Hi there, BookTube. This is going to be a hard video. I've seen a few videos go out about this, and I wanted to make my own, talking about Scott Bryant. I think most people who are watching this video probably already have heard the news about Scott Bryant. He, was, one of the two co-hosts of the Bookish Bryants. It was Scott and Becky. And again, I'm pretty sure most people probably already know of him, and most people probably already know about his passing. He died yesterday, and I wanted to talk a bit about him. There is a trend going around right now of people sharing poetry. I guess reading a poem inspired by him for Poetry Thursday, which is something that I've always wanted to take part in, but really never have. Not currently sure if I'm going to do that or not. I'd have to find a poem to do, but either way, I wanted to make a video. Gareth, by the way, Gareth at Book Songs and Other Magic made a particularly good video reading a poem that he wrote himself. I'm getting sidetracked. Scott was a good friend. There's been a number of relatively big booktube deaths recently, most of which I knew the people, but I didn't know the people. I didn't have a personal connection with them. And with Scott, I did. I was at work when I heard about it. And at first I was, of course, shocked, but I didn't have the emotional. And then later, when I was going to let a mutual friend know who had already found out, but just making sure they knew, it hit me. The emotional aspect of it hit me. Scott was extremely kind and generous and welcoming. It's that welcoming nature that I kind of want to highlight in this video, or one of the things I want to highlight. Back in 2020, 2021, I believe, he started New Worlds November with Becky, his wife, and I participated. It was a ton of fun. I remember he mentioned in the YouTube comments the idea of doing a video together, and it was kind of scary to me because I was like, oh, I've never done that before. I had made some videos, but I had never done a video with a person. I had never really opened up in that way to anyone on BookTube. And we didn't end up doing that, but he then, in 2022, invited me to be a co-host for New Worlds November, even though I had not read nearly as much science fiction as basically anybody else in that group. And it surprised me. I was like, okay, I don't know if I should do this because I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if... It was the single most fun thing I've ever gotten to experience on BookTube. I made a lot of friends through it. I met a lot of people who I don't know quite as well still, like, but still wonderful people. And of course, I met Scott and Becky. And I missed him so much during the times when he had his hiatuses, him and Becky had their hiatuses. And in 2024, when he came back, him and I made some plans. And I think Steve mentioned this in his video. Steve Donahue mentioned the reading plans and how hard it is to hear about the reading plans. And there were certain things that we were planning on reading. We were planning on reading the big one. I remember we kept wanting to read the Brother Cadfael books together. And I'm going to miss that. And I'm going to miss the chemistry between him and his wife, and my heart breaks for her. I don't know how. He was a wonderful man. He was very influential to my own experience here on BookTube. And he was, I guess, the first booktuber who made me feel comfortable making booktube videos, because I had done it in the past, but I never was really comfortable with it. And I remember he said in one of his videos that he didn't like to watch his own videos because he didn't like to see and hear himself talk. And I remember how I felt the same way. I don't know where I'm going with this video. I really don't. Just my experiences with Scott Bryant that I want to put out there. If I can find a poem, I'll do that later, but it, we lost a really good person today. And it won't be the same without him. Alright. Good night, BookTube. My phone is kind of slipping down, so.